Hey Kitchen Stewardship readers, it's Katie Kimball. This is the aftermath of the Kitchen Stewardship kitchen after the frenzy of organization yesterday. And I'm just going to do a quick tour of the whole thing in one video, unlike the videos the other day where I did kind of piecemeal. So sit back, get ready for a quick tour. The biggest place that had a lot of changes was here in the pantry. I'm trying to use my space better. So on the top I've got a basket with my backup home dried fruit and nuts, and I've got my recipe box that I don't use very often way up there. I can't put it with my cookbooks because they're down low and John would really make a mess of that. And then family candy tub and all of our backup candy. There's a box back there, see that green box? That's all backup candy. If it doesn't fit in that box, we're gonna get rid of it. Here I've got pasta, some of which I had forgotten I had because it was in 2 or 3 different places. Haha. And it's on a cookie sheet, which almost fits out here, so I can pull it out. This was a brilliant idea from Andrea. And then behind are all of my canned beans, and they're like organized by the bean. So, and I know it's only beans back there, so nothing's gonna like hide or disappear just because the pasta's in front. Then down here I've got the recipes I always use because those had to be close at hand. That pasta we're having tomorrow night, it just didn't fit with the other, haha. So that doesn't really count. And then this bin is like my home dried tomatoes and peppers, and they're really lightweight. That was important too, by the way. I had the beans stacked up on this first, and my husband tried to move it. He said, like, this is not allowed. You're gonna drop it on some kid's head someday. And then any canned tomato products, and I have some canned fruit for like emergencies. And then canned salmon is here, and some taller jars, spaghetti sauce, a mix that someone's given me, stuff like that. And most of our spaghetti sauce is downstairs, so I'll just have room for like 1 or 2 up here, and that's fine. I don't mind running downstairs. Then this is my homemade foods, except for the 2 cookies that are left in there, and the einkorn cookies. That's my homemade foods shelf again. So I got some power bars, and then a basket for anything that's in bags. Up here are kind of our treats. It'll be tortilla chips. You can see those are baked apple chips, and then we got some cereal in the back. Oh, I already did the top shelf. That's the dried fruit. This was a big change too. That was the avalanche of lunchbox stuff. So now it's all of our big plastics, which are, you know, I throw like muffins in there if we have a salad for lunch or something. And those are in 2 different places. Now they're in 1 place. This has a little bit of room to grow. I need to bring my other tortilla maker up. But I got rid of the George Foreman that was in there. The recycling still looks the same. That's bad. Let's not look there. This I'm pretty excited about. I didn't make use of this cabinet because I thought I might get rid of it, but our Berkey is on top of it, so we're not getting rid of it. Fruit bowl's there. There's some folders under the fruit bowl with recipes. I still need to organize recipes. That's coming in next week or 2 weeks. I got a bigger basket for our cloth napkins so they all fit. That basket has nothing in it. It has potential. And that basket is bibs, which were just in a pile before. We have some like really big cloth napkins that we never use except when we run out, so those are in a basket inside the doors, like that. Little tiny cookbooks and index cards for writing recipes are in that basket, and all my other cookbooks are down here. And I made sure none of them had papers stuffed in them because I know John's going to get into those and pull them out at some point. And then a box with aprons. It's just a shoe box with the top ripped off. And there's 3 aprons in there, 1 for each member of the family who can cook. And John will need an apron soon. So, and those doors aren't super easy to open, but John can get into them. I've still got some schmutz on my counter. Some of it just needs to go downstairs, some of it because I'm still kind of organizing. And I haven't figured out how to organize the supplements yet. Those are all there. And those don't fit in the cupboards. They're too tall. So I got to talk to hubby about where to put those because they don't fit in the freezer either where they should go. This is my junk drawer. I'm going to have a basket for sunscreens because it's right like by the back door. And I like having those easy to grab. I'm going to have a basket for batteries and then stack up all those manuals nicely. So I have a plan for that. Here's our candy and snacks. Leah's got a basket, Paul's got a basket. You can see they're full. Ha! They have to fit their Halloween candy in there or give it away or throw it away. So that's that. Got some extra freeze-dried fruit for John there, and then these are like grab-and-go snacks. So freeze-dried fruit, raisins, there's some extra candy there, but it's the no artificial coloring stuff. There's a kind of a good bar or whatever, and then just some samples that I've been given. They had to have a place to go. This is totally new, I love it. It's all the lunch boxes. So Paul has his lunch box at school. It usually goes here. And then bottles that are clean. Little thing for like John's snacks to go. These are water bottle holders. And then these are all just kind of like littler lunch bags and stuff. And then sometimes I'll grab this kind of bag just to throw water bottles in to go. And there's a lot of us moving around. All right. Oh, I can't believe I'm still inviting you into my kitchen. It's still kind of a mess. If I kick a toy and say, ow, it's my fault. Okay, so this I feel kind of silly about. I have a completely empty cupboard. What am I going to do with that? I don't even know. I have an almost empty shelf with just a pitcher on it. And then I moved the coffee cups from their middle shelf next to the sink to across the stove to there. We'll see how that works out. We don't really use coffee cups at the sink, but what I like about this is it's a little wider cupboard so I could fit the travel mugs in there too. And they used to be up there by my colander, and I was always worried that I would knock them down and they were hard to reach. So I like this better. I like that a lot better. That shelf is still the same, oils, salt and pepper. And then, so the colander has a lot more space around it. I'm not sure if I'll fill that with anything or not. The middle shelf and the bottom shelf are now all drinking glasses. So I have some like sippy cups that we didn't really use when we moved in. And then these are some drink like shakers that my husband uses to make protein shakes. And it's just, it makes more sense. Those used to be way up there on the top. And he uses them a couple times a week. So it makes more sense to get them out and put them away here next to the sink. So that was cool. It didn't really change anything there. There's still some stuff on my counters, I know. Here's the hazard of real food. If you're sprouting lentils, they've got to be out. But look, aren't those cute little sprouts? Aww. And then I had discovered some seeds I had bought for sprouting. So I thought, well, let's see if those are still any good. So they're soaking. I got to drain those and see if they'll sprout. And if they don't, I throw them out. If they do, I got to figure out where to put them so I remember them. I changed around some stuff here. Mainly this shelf had food on it. And now it has all of our lunch packing stuff. And I got a little tin, this was nice, that fits the lids to our little like 1-cup yogurt containers perfectly. So they're not sliding all around. Aren't you proud of me, Andrea? Oh yes. And all our little stevia that my husband uses, these are all almost empty. They're just different flavors. And I put the green stevia from a bag into that shaker so he can actually use it. And they're all in a nice little box so we can take them out and see what he has. I didn't move much else there. This used to be all the canned goods and food, and now it's a box of crackers. I'm not sure if I like that because it's a little harder to get the crackers out than just like pulling them off the shelf. So this box may disappear, we'll see. These are my backup granolas, my extras or my empty jars for now. Not sure if I love that either. This morning this was an empty shelf, and I put some of the things that were on my counter up there. I'm thinking, uh-oh. I'll be right back.